So, what if I told you that the key to unlocking your true running potential isn't in your legs, but actually, it's in your hands? Yeah, I know. But today, we're going to look at how a really simple change in your grip can have this massive, massive impact on your entire body. But first, let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you're just fighting yourself during a run? Like one side of your body is pulling its weight and the other is just along for the ride, or your energy just seems to evaporate? Well, chances are it's your form. And trust me, you are not alone. All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll get a grip on the root of the problem, imbalance. Then we'll see the wild neuromuscular chain reaction that a simple grip can set off. After that, we get practical. We're going to talk about its two modes, one for fixing your form and another for just unlocking raw power to finish strong. And then we'll wrap it up with a really important warning that you're definitely going to want to stick around for. Okay, first up, let's really get a handle on the problem itself. So many runners are dealing with an imbalance they can't even see, one that's just secretly draining their energy. And the crazy part is, it often doesn't start in your legs or your hips. It starts with how your arms are moving. And here it is. This is the main culprit, the crossover gait. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's when your arms swing across the center line of your body. Now, it might not seem like a big deal, but that little motion throws your hips out of alignment with every single step, which just wastes energy and, you guessed it, slows you down.
And this is where a simple grip tool comes into play. The best way to think of it is as a tactile sensor. It's like a physical reminder for your hands. Just by holding it, it forces your hand into the right position, and that begins to fix that deep-seated imbalance right at the source.
So you're probably wondering, how does holding a small object actually fix something as complicated as your running stride? Well, it's not magic, it's all about science. Let's dig into the neuromuscular chain reaction it creates. Okay, first things first, let's bust a common myth right now. These grips are not some magic pill that's going to instantly boost your metabolism or your VO2 max. No. The reality is there's something way, way smarter, a neuromuscular cue. They're a tool that literally gives your brain physical feedback to alter your posture and alignment, making your body's engine run a whole lot more efficiently. And here's that chain reaction in action. It's so simple. The grip puts your hand into a neutral position. That simple act locks your wrist, which then stabilizes your elbow, and that stability, it travels all the way up to your shoulder. And guess what? A stable shoulder simply can't swing across your body. It stops that energy-wasting crossover gait dead in its tracks. Honestly, the best analogy for this is training wheels. That's exactly what it is. It provides training wheels for your body's engine, what's called the cross-body lever system, the thing that connects your opposite arm and leg. The grip physically stops you from breaking form, guiding that system over and over until the correct movement becomes second nature. But here's where it gets really interesting. This tool isn't just a one-trick pony. It actually has two completely different purposes, and it all depends on your goals. We're going to call them fix mode and finish mode. So the crucial thing to understand is that this is a biofeedback tool. Its function actually evolves with you as a runner. First, you're going to use it to learn and to correct your form. But then, once you've got that down, you start using it to actually enhance your performance. So here's the breakdown. In corrective mode, or, the rookie mode, you use the grip to find and fix those fundamental imbalances. But once that's sorted, you switch to performance mode, the expert mode, where you start using it like a throttle to consciously generate way more power. Okay, let's dive into that first mode, correcting your form. This is for any runner out there who kinda suspects they have a lazy side, or maybe your form just completely falls apart when you get tired. Sound familiar? The game plan here is really simple. You use the grips during your easy recovery runs, or maybe at the tail end of your long runs. Basically, whenever you're tired and your form is most likely to just collapse. So how do you know it's working? Well, you're going to watch your ground contact time balance, or GCT. That's just a fancy way of measuring how long each foot stays on the ground. Your goal, your success metric, is when that number stabilizes at a perfect 50-50 split, even when you're not using the grips. That's when you know you've graduated. All right, now for the really exciting part. Once your form is symmetrical and balanced, this grip transforms. It goes from being a corrective tool into a true performance enhancer. This is all about unlocking power that you probably didn't even know you had. I absolutely love this quote because it just nails the feeling. A firmer grip pre-tensions your entire upper body. It literally turns your torso from being this loose, inefficient rubber band into a stiff, explosive steel spring, just coiled and ready to release all that energy into your stride. So when do you use this mode? You save it for the hard stuff, tempo runs, intervals, or that final kick at the end of a race. And the sensation you're looking for here is everything. It should feel like you're pulling back on a heavy resistance cable with every single arm swing. When you feel that, you know you're engaging your core and your lats, and you are generating real, tangible power. But before we finish up, I have to give you a crucial piece of advice. Because like any powerful tool, you can misuse this thing. And over-gripping, well, it can actually do more harm than good. See, if you squeeze this thing too hard, like a death grip, you'll start shrugging your shoulders. That creates a ton of tension in your neck, it locks up your arm swing, and it just drains precious energy. The fix is super simple. Just remember, this is a tactile cue, it is not a grip strength exercise. The second you feel that tension creeping into your neck, loosen up. Focus only on driving that elbow straight backward. And that really brings us to the most important takeaway of all this. The grip is a temporary teacher, not a permanent crutch. The ultimate goal here is to use it in training to build permanent muscle memory. You want to internalize that feeling of a locked wrist and a stable core, so that on race day, your body knows exactly what to do with or without the tool in your hand. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. A tool like this is fantastic at giving you feedback. But the real challenge, and honestly, the real breakthrough, comes when you learn to listen to what your own body is telling you with every single stride. Are you listening?